I think this is live now, hopefully. Okay. So, hey guys, excuse me. What's up, heroes? Welcome back. I'm just doing a quick live stream. Probably not even gonna last an hour. Just waiting until the next my next online class starts. Just working on something to add to my portfolio. I've been practicing a lot with blocking in art in Blender and using renders as um, art pieces to paint over. I have a render of model of Bernie that was ripped from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I post it in the scene that I modeled in Blender, and I'm using it as reference and something to paint over for the background. I'll be drawing Bernie, so I also rendered the same background but without her in the scene and her bow and arrows. Uh, and I mean the quiver. I mean the quiver. So I'll be painting over this background specifically and using the other one as reference for where to put her in the scene and how the lighting should look when it's bouncing over her. I This is actually supposed to be a glass window, and I spent so long just trying to get its look right in Blender because it's my first time rendering a glass material, but a glass material, and else after figuring out how to do it, I also had to figure out how to set up the lighting so that it would look right. This is actually originally supposed to be a day piece or like a sunset or something, but the glass was a bit too murky and I couldn't get it to be kind of transparent. I was supposed to model the background behind her through the mirror, but nah, I guess I'm just gonna have to draw. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to draw whatever's supposed to be there underneath on another layer. Um, but yeah, I tried my best to get the lighting right. Now it's a nighttime thing. Not really sure what to do about this here. Oh, oops, hold on, I'm on the wrong layer. Not sure what about to do about this. The light reflecting off of the mirror here. I was thinking maybe I could pass it off as moonlight or something or whatever, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. Um, excuse me. I still have yet to figure out a way to be able to monitor chat while I work, like efficiently. But I'll figure something out. I guess. I'll have it open again on my phone just in case anybody starts sending messages. Hopefully, I'll actually be able to see it this time. I couldn't last time, and hopefully my mic quality is better now. It's pretty soft when I watched the previous stream. When I watched it back, it was pretty soft and I couldn't hear myself over the music. I turned down my mic settings for that stream because I thought it would help with background noise, but it's a bit too soft. It did help though, and I think now the settings should be just right, especially since there's nothing playing in the background. I don't think you guys should be able to hear the music I have playing in my headphones. So hopefully that works. And I also have chat open on my laptop using YouTube Studio. Hopefully I'll be able to monitor it properly this time. If not, I'm really. I guess I should actually do some research and figure out how other streamers set up the chat so we can view it easily. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and start blocking in how I want this piece to look. Um, I think I might go back. No, I might go back in. Later on when I'm done drawing Bernie, I might come back in and texture the bricks of the castle walls in Blender because right now it's very plain as you can see. It looks very. I wouldn't say PS1 because the lighting is a bit too good for it. Yeah, maybe like PS1 kind of graphics, I guess. Uh, excuse me. But I mean, I did that anyway because I really wanted to paint over it, and I could do the textures here as well. I did do one before. That I did do one before. The last thing I put up online, I believe it was the Finals is No More piece. That one was also rendered in Blender first before I painted over it, and added in like cracks and stuff. Hold on, let me find that picture first so I can show what I mean. Where is it? I think it's in here. Yeah, here it is. So for this piece, this was in Blender, which is a simple plane with some cubes jutting out of the ground before I painted over it and turned it into this. And I had like a couple of models here posed in how I wanted the pose to be. And I basically kept the background wholesale, I just painted over it. Even the text was in Blender. It was done in Blender. The lighting too. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'll probably add we could add. Let me see what it looks like if I add in the grain texture. Let's see how it looks like. Let's just add in some grain first. I don't think I'm gonna be sticking with that kind of texture for the rocks. I wanna probably get something specific like that are rocks. Maybe find something free online or through my phone. Maybe I have a photo of some environment that I could use for that. Let's see. No, I don't think that looks. Maybe I should overlay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe texturing it on in Blender is better. This one worked out pretty well because it's a pretty flat on like look at the ground, so you don't really notice that the texture doesn't really match the area. I mean the sorry, I have to turn off an alarm. You don't really notice the change in perspective with the texture here, so it worked out pretty well. And I just layered over a texture onto the flat like ground we have here. Oops. But I don't think it's gonna work the same with this. But I'm experimenting. I didn't really like. My experience with paint over is mostly just watching other people do it to critique art. So like some artists on YouTube would have like on their Patreon where people can get free people can redeem like critiques of their artworks and then they'll paint over it and post a video online. And it's a pretty useful learning tool. Paint over artworks, try to figure out how people did something and try to figure out how it could be done better. It's different from like the really controversial fixing of art. Like that's pretty like it's different from that. This is a learning technique. It's not something to like start wars with online. And I know like some people who do CG art for like visual novels. They do model things first and then they paint over it to add to the piece, uh, and help blend in with the 2D art that goes on top of it. So I guess right now I'm not really sure what I have time for this stream. I'm trying to speed up my work process so I don't take too long doing things. On which brush should I use? I guess I'll use this. I just want to block in how I want to draw Bernie in the scene. Wait, I have a reference up here. I'll bring down the background behind the sketch layer and then there we go. Now, since this is a 3D model and like of course 2D art will look different from 3D rendering, I kind of want to cheat a bit because everything here is already in perspective. But as you can see, like a lot of her face is like hidden, or not really hidden. I mean, it's like you can't really see it. But like if this was a 2D piece, of course you probably see the eye a bit better or something like that. I don't know. And I don't really want to strictly adhere to the model. I actually wasn't even gonna use her model. I just like on a whim. I thought like, hey, maybe somebody ripped it from the game already, and I could use that for posting. I typically use the free assets on Mixamo, the two robot ones, the male and female robot ones, and I use those models to post for my references on Blender. That's how I usually do it. But yeah, and it's not really for and it's to help me. Sorry. The only reason I did this, I used her models just because I wanted to make sure the proportions are right. Because that's like something to keep in mind when you're using like 3D references for your drawings is that the model you're using probably isn't the same proportions, isn't proportionally the same as whatever character you're drawing. So I wanted to use this to get their proportions exactly right. I don't want to adhere to how it looks like. I don't want to like trace over it or just paint over like how the model and then use that. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to get the pose right, and I might even change like parts of this pose. I might even change what she's wearing or what she's doing in the angle of her head, like how she's looking outside. I might change those too if I wanted to. Really, I don't want to lock myself in with the reference I make or like. 'Cause I wouldn't really call it cheating if you like did this because like if you did it this way, and because like tracing over like somebody else's artwork or tracing over like a reference is different from making your own like 3D rendering and then going from there. I consider that different, and depending on what purpose you're doing it for, like if it's really just strictly a learning piece, this one's not really strictly for learning. I am using it as a practice piece, but I want to put this on my portfolio or something like that. But the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I'm looking at how professionals do like their workflows. Our art teacher in our school talks a lot about like the different shortcuts people would use in the industry. This one in particular, doing 3D mockups of whatever piece you wanted to do is one of the shortcuts that they do. Uh, so I wanna practice that since this is something I might be doing in the future. After college, so I want to get used to like doing a workflow like this as well. I'm not. I'm not. I feel like I lost something that I was trying to say. The entire train of thought. I feel like I missed something that I was trying to clarify or like say. Uh, but I'm just gonna go around right ahead. See. Oops. Hmm. Uh, One of the things I really want to get right though is for sure. No, my thing is lagging. Um, the thing I really want to make sure I get right about not get right. This is just ending up like the Sonic stream where I'm just trying to do something and I can't think straight and say what I want to say. But hold on, let me gather my thoughts, figure out what I'm trying to say here. Um, let's see. What I wanted to say was, because I really want to get commissions open already. I already have like my PayPal set up. It's just that I want to make sure I have like good samples to show, and I want to make sure that I can deliver on my commissions. Like I want to make sure everything's up to par with the quality and stuff like that. So, uh, like for example, because I want to do backgrounds, I want to do backgrounds for my commissions, and I want to make sure that how do I say this? I'm losing my train of thought here. No, what I want to make sure is that like when I do a background, like it looks nice, it looks clean, it looks like it belongs in the piece, and it doesn't look like I just stuck whatever like blender render I have here. Like this is like the really super work in progress. There's a lot I have to do with this background, especially since I couldn't model whatever's on the other side of that window. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah. And here's the thing is I think this is what I was trying to say earlier with like doing the whole tracing over like a 3D rendering that you've done. Like it's really I don't think it's like really cheating if you do something like this, especially if it's something that you made yourself and then you're tracing over it. I remember our teacher was like, you know, it's not there's no really like cheating in art. Like, there's like scummy things you could do, especially if you're like studying art and you're like tracing over somebody else's artwork to do it. Don't do that. It's like really scummy. But like doing things like this is just part of the workflow. Like photo bashing. Photo bashing is also pretty controversial because people don't really understand how it works. Like hold on, I'm getting out of hand, out of topic here if I go on a rant about photo bashing. But like, photo bashing is something I also want to try. Maybe I'll do a stream with that when I try to photo bash something. But what I'm trying to say is in this organized like train of thought is that uh, it's not really cheating. Have a good understanding of anatomy and things like that. So, I mean, like even if you just like traced over this, it wouldn't like really look good or like look right if you just did that. But if you understand the underlying anatomy underneath it, there's a lot you can do with like posing 3D models and then drawing over it or like you having it off to the side as a reference, because through that you can understand like how to exaggerate certain things. Like for foreshortening in the 3D rendering and in 2D art is very different. So like for example, pulling out even more of my old artwork here. Hold on. Where's my alarm? Sorry. My alarm. I forgot to turn it off. But like for example, what? Why is this like this? Oh no no. It's here. Let me just grab it. Art. Here. This one. For example, for this what I did for the hashtag SA2 box art challenge, I posed two different models for Sonic and Shadow just to see how the pose kind of translate from the original box art of Sonic Adventure 2 to like these human versions that I designed. And since they were 3D, like things like Sonic's hold on, let me grab a better view of them here. Things like Sonic and Shadow's arms weren't in where they weren't foreshortened properly. So they looked really small. They looked to scale that how it would actually look if you posed for a picture doing these poses. But this is it's not supposed to look like that when you're doing the art this way. So knowing how to which parts to exaggerate and bring closer to the camera, and which parts like really shrink, that's part of what you should know before you try shortcut techniques like this, because it's not that you're cheating yourself as an artist if you skip ahead and just do this. There's nothing wrong with doing this for your art. It's just that you need to know when you're supposed to do it. And again, it like yeah, I guess people can have differing opinions on like the process when you're using it for in the industry or commission art, but like keep in mind this is what people do in the industry. So like if the professionals are doing it, I'm pretty sure it should be an okay thing to do. It's not like the best line of reasoning, I guess, but like I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I did everything here. Like the model, of course, isn't mine. It's ripped from the game. Like somebody else ripped it for MMD, I think. Yeah, but it's not like I'm using it for my finished piece. I'm just using it to get the pose and proportions right. In the future, what I plan on doing is I will using the mix ammo models. I'll like prepare like several pre-proportioned ones for so I don't for like different characters or like different OCs I have, so that I easily have a reference I could use. And also here, there's actually one of the things I also considered when I was deciding whether or not to use the Mixamo model or this one is because, well, with this one I can already see what the color scheme looks like under the lighting that I used. The Mixamo model, of course, doesn't have any of the clothes or like other accessories on, so it doesn't distract from the silhouette. Like for example, with these boots, I kind of have to guess where the calves should be. Well, not really guess. Again, I practice I know what the anatomy should look like, so I know that the calf should like look like this when it's kind of pulled in back this way, like certain muscles contract or relax. But it's definitely easier to figure out what the anatomy should look like when you're using the Mixamo model because it's designed like those wooden puppets artists would use traditionally, uh, and that you can like buy from bookstores and stuff like that. Excuse me. I honestly don't know if anything I'm saying is coherent at all. I'm just kind of rambling here. I think I have like 29 minutes till my next class starts. I want to find like a playlist I could have of like lo-fi music or something that I could play in the background while I stream. I think this is right. I think the arm is a bit lower, but again, I'm just using that for reference anyway. I can adjust the pose however I want. Let me remove the overlay first, just to see what we're working here. The Fire Emblem characters are pretty lanky, I think. Yeah, like looking at their models. Like the art, it's in the art style. I don't think it's like a character thing. Like a lot of the characters are just like skinny. I think it's just the art style. Uh, they're pretty. The art style's pretty. They brought the characters kind of yeah lanky. I guess that's the way to describe it. Okay, that's not right, but I can fix that. That's not right. Definitely not right. I can. Wait a minute. Why is the foot like that? I think it might be clipping into the wall. But yeah, here. This is again. This is why you shouldn't use the shortcuts like straight ahead because you gotta know how it should look. You gotta have the basic understanding of like the anatomy and things like that in perspective, so that you can correct things like this. If you messed up something in the render. Yeah, I think I'll work from here now, and I'll start by picking which parts to. I'll start. Yeah, I'll look for things to correct first, I guess. Yeah, and which parts detail and things like that. Hmm. Oops, wait, no, is that right? No, it's not. It's this one. Okay, wait. Now we can work here. Now we can work properly. Oh. I genuinely am unsure if I'm ever doing this part of the anatomy correctly. I really don't know. Sometimes it looks right, sometimes it doesn't. No, I'm not sure. Oh no, wait. I need that line here. So I can draw the clothes easier on top. Keep them in symmetry. Uh, that doesn't look right. Collarbones should be here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This doesn't look right. Because it would come in like this, right? Then it connects to the armpit. Then the shoulders are too high. I think. No. That's right, because this is the midline of the chest. Do you start underneath the chest, or like start from above and kind of go down? And this is where the solar plexus is, and the abs start. With the abs start here, because this part's where the eight pack is. Oh wait, yeah, I have to count this one. I think that I think that looks right for now. Look lag. I wasn't actually even sure if I wanted to put the quiver in because if I was gonna change her clothes, it wouldn't really make sense for her to have the quiver on her if she's not wearing her like regular wear, like her battle outfit, and especially if it's at night. Like, actually, I remembered something I could talk about this when I was working on the blender part of it when I was doing the render. Uh, to get the pose right, I actually like pose like in front. I have a mirror like right above my desk. I posed. I posed on my chair. I sat on like the handlebar of my chair, like this, try to see how far you could push your leg on. Because I whenever I'm outside, back before uh, what's happened to us, what's happened to the world back before in the before times. I used to like sit on like or whatever I could sit on. Like whenever I'm waiting around somewhere, so if I find like this like thin railing like for a window, I'd try sitting. So I'm pretty experienced with how this should look, but have somewhere I could sit on, like here for reference like that. So I sat on my chair and I sat on the handle. Luckily, could take luckily you could take my weight, but yeah, I think you should be right. Uh, for the most part. Let's see. Maybe I could do a nightgown or actually I don't think this is right here. There should be more here in front. Abs here. I always do like the musculature for like the abs and everything, but most of the time I draw a character that's wearing a shirt, so it's not gonna be seen anyway. So I'm not gonna focus too much on that. The back looks right. You should be able to see the back behind the shoulders as it curves down. That's right. Trapezius muscles aren't that big on Brainy, so this makes sense. You can't see it there. Collarbone placement, I think, is not correct. Fix it. No, no, no. Actually, yeah, I think that's right based on where the 3D model parts are. And yeah, here, this is right above her collarbone, so that makes sense. Okay. Now, oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Her body is not actually like right where it should be. I think, yeah. Oh no 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 yeah, it's right, it's correct. This is where the line of the wall ends. So it is right. Oh, another thing, yeah, like the 3D model, like if you're drawing a human or like something that deforms when they're pressed against another object, your 3D model is probably not gonna reflect that. So you should also take note of that. So like for example, when someone's sitting down, uh, the glutes kind of flatten out onto the floor. They kind of squish when they're sitting on something. So you gotta keep note of that. Especially how it interacts with the environment. Like here, like it shouldn't be all the way. Like the leg is on it's the wall, the leg is like going in this direction. So you should know at which point the leg is no longer resting and it's just like oh no. You should know at which point the leg is no longer resting on like the ledge or edge of the I don't know what to call this thing. That part of the windowsill where you can put your hands on. I'm really, really out of it this stream. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, here's another thing that's kind of interesting. Like when, uh, I only learned this not really recently, I guess, but not that recently, but it's for like it's only been maybe from the like last. No, yeah, I think it would have been last year when I learned this. But uh, the crotch area when you're drawing it, it actually lines up perfectly with I think the glutes. I think these are supposed to be the glutes because like the glutes are like the butt muscles, right? But then like the parts connected to it at the front that allow you to do that motion where you bring your legs up and down. Um, you're actually supposed to draw them like this, and then this is where your legs start. Like your leg rotates from here, but the legs are actually from here. I think when I was looking at it's more noticeable on girls, of course, because of course the hips and the waist, right? So I never really noticed it when I was learning anatomy for at first because I mostly do guys like Spider Man. And learning about this has really helped me place where like the butt should be and how it should. Hold on. It really helped me learn how to place where it's been really helpful. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been really helpful because like things like this, yeah, you never know. People don't really notice this, but if you look at your legs right now and raise it up, your legs curve in like this. You curve in like this when you bring it up, and you'd only really know that if you know that how this part works or how it's supposed to be like kind of drawn. I guess. So I'm trying to. That's why I have this like guide here. I'm trying to make sure that and again, muscles don't really flex on 3D model unless your 3D model is that sophisticated. So, like these, her two thighs here should be different. Both of them are gonna be different because this one's flexed even more. Meaning her muscles here are even more. The muscles. I just tried gesturing at the screen like you guys should be able to see it. No, like the muscles here will be more contracted. So, her thigh here, the higher thigh, would be more taller, I guess. Say would be more like this. No, not like that. But I mean, like you get what I mean. Like the muscles here would be more contracted, more visible, and more prominent than this one, which is more drooped down. Which is why it's also good that you try out the poses you're drawing, so that you can feel out these different things. Oh, this is definitely not right. Something's off here. I usually leave the hands for later too. Um, I think when I drew it up, you can't see the other hand anymore, so that's fine. Maybe I mean the other hand's kind of like displaced, like over here. You can barely see the finger. I don't think it's fine. I think it's fine if you can't see the other hand. If you can't see the other hand, especially if I do put her in a dress, and the dress would probably cover like part of her. Should actually I should look for what I want her to be dressed in. Maybe I should pick a dress. I'm not sure. What did people wear at night when they were gonna go sleep? Well, like in those times, they were all gowns, right? Like that's why they're night gowns. At least for the women. I'm not sure what the men wore. This is why you need to get references, guys. References are very important. Don't let anyone tell you not to draw that drawing with references is cheating. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I mean, it's all well and good if you can draw something from memory, but it's gonna look even more realistic if you have references, and it's gonna look consistent as well. Oops, no. I think my how I constructed is wrong because the ear is supposed to be behind here, so I need to correct this guide. Yeah, it should be something like this. Uh, no, but her. No. Your chin ends. Yeah, that's right. I that if you feel out your chin, put your finger to like the top end of your chin. No, not chin, jaw. This is the jaw. This is the chin. I'm dumb. No, no, no. If you feel the end of your jaw where it connects with your ear, that should help you place where the line is this construction line. I think Andrew Loomis. Yeah, I think that's the name of the guy who does art like construction lines like this. And another thing, this is why again, like one of the things that I kind of lost when I decided to switch to using this model instead of like the Mixamo one, because the hair is in the way of like where the actual head should be. So if you noticed earlier when I first started, it kept like shrinking the head. Tried to figure out where the or Bernie's like skull is as opposed to following the shape of the hair. Anyway, yeah, the ear should be here behind this line. Uh, I don't think I do it exactly as how Andrew Loomis does it. I think I might have mixed in like other construction line guides from other artists and other, or remove some things from his style. But I just draw how I draw. Most artists do that anyway. They'll pick things here and there from other artists and how other artists theorize things should be done, and you build your own workflow on it. That's why I want to try other workflows. I really want to see what I can do to add to my style. Like for example, again, yeah, another example. See, concept art. Yeah, here we are, concept art. This is from my concept art class during first year. Oops, lagging. And this is like the background for my Twitter and my DeviantArt. No. Yeah, I replaced the headers for my Twitter and DeviantArt already. So this used to be the headers for it. If Fire Alpaca would stop lagging for it and load it. But in this piece, I sketched, painted, and textured this alien dinosaur myself. But the background is I wouldn't say photo bash. It's just an edited background. I did try photo bashing things onto it, but then like I asked around, like I asked my mom what they thought about the background and how it looked like with the other elements they put into it, and it didn't really look nice. So yeah, this is just an edited background, the one behind this picture that I got from Unsplash. So I looked up mountainous area in Unsplash, and then I looked up a picture of the moon. Yeah, the moon. Then I just quickly like overlaid it here in the background. It's not really that good. What I did do for actual like photo bashing stuff is I stuck a picture of a castle here in the background, and I painted it into the scene. Used other parts of. No, I think that was the only act. Actually, no, I don't think that counts as photo bashing. I really just stuck a picture of a castle there and tried to paint it into the scene. It would be photo bashing if I kept using like photo bashing uses a lot of pictures to like make something new. By the time you're done photo bashing, whatever you did probably should be unrecognizable from whatever it was before. Like I know a guy who does like Ben 10 fan art. Actually, I don't know what the gender is, but I know an artist who does Ben 10 fan art, and what they do is they look up pictures of like models, and uh they just take it's unrecognizable. Honestly, I thought it was like a 3D rendering or something. They look up pictures of models, and then like they get like a bunch of pictures of different textured objects and stuff like that, and like they photo bash it all together. It's really unrecognizable. You wouldn't even know that it was a photo or a person that they used as the base. It's really cool. So I really want to learn these techniques and incorporate them into my workflow. Anyway, back to this. I should be here. This isn't curving in right, I think. Nose, I put the nose line already, which is right because that's supposed to be half there, and then the mouth's here. The guidelines start to get a bit more trickier when you're looking at the character in perspective, because yeah, with the face it should be like this. So eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth. It gets half. like that. But in perspective, it starts to warp a bit. So, like for example, when you're looking up at a person, their mouth starts to get a bit closer to where the nose is, and things start to compress. I think I'm using too big of a brush. Man, I'm really thirsty. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did bring water with me. Nice, okay. That's good. Thought I didn't bring anything to drink. I think this is starting to look right. Been meaning to do some more cell shaded start art style. Wow, some. I've been trying. I've been thinking of doing more of my original art style, like where I just do in like a comic book style. Because lately it's mostly just been my painted pieces, and I want to get some references for commission my commission thing, my commission advertisement. Yeah, because I plan to do open commissions for both like the cell shaded style and then like my more painted pieces. I also want to see how I can blend in the backgrounds for my more comic book style artworks and use like the workflow I use with Blender. Excuse me. Or whenever I'm not drawing a muscular person, I feel like I always get the shoulders wrong. Well, one definitely it should be prominent, especially since depending on what clothes I draw over onto Bernie, you're probably not gonna see any of the definition she has on her muscles anyway. Um, like oh, completely lost myself there. But anyway, like when you're not drawing, it's like if, it just exaggerate. Even in real life, your muscle is not really gonna look like this. But when you're drawing someone who is not muscular, uh, no matter how fit their bodies are, usually it's just kind of like this. Of course, the more fit they are, the more prominent like, biceps are and deltoids. I think these are whatever that muscle is called. But the shoulders typically are they don't pop out that much as how we exaggerate them like this. So usually it's this back part that gets kind of flush. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but it's kind of like this, I guess. I don't know. I just from observation, like looking at the different people's arms, like when I see someone. Honestly, it's kind of weird because like sometimes I'll be outside and look at someone, I'll be like studying their anatomy, and not realize it. Be like, oh wait, oh I've been looking at this person for like way too long. But yeah, I observe a lot when I'm outside. I like looking around. Like looking at the sky when I'm walking. I probably shouldn't be. I should be able to. I should be looking ahead of me when I'm walking outside. But yeah, this is nice. I love taking notes of like things in the world and incorporating them in like not just my art, like in games and stuff like that. Like for example, like a lot of the current game ideas I have been coming from things like quantum mechanics and multiverse theory and stuff like that. Really, it's interesting what you can learn just by like observing things in real life. I want to save a copy of this. You know, speaking of brought up like how the models look like in Fire Emblem. It's kind of interesting because like if the character isn't particularly muscular, there's not gonna be any definition to their muscles, even though like you probably should have. Like everybody in three houses are nearly everybody in three houses are warriors, right? So like even Bernie, who more prefers to, like stay inside and stuff like that and not fight, will probably have like some kind of definition on her, especially since she uses a bow and arrow like on the battlefield. Like she's a long range fighter, so obviously she has to have some kind of like definition from like pulling back the bow repeatedly, shooting at people. So I kind of, it's one of the things I want to take note. This someone like, so that's the thing I take note of when I'm drawing characters in my art style. It's like for example, uh I like to have a bit more realistic proportions on my characters and like take into account things that make sense, because like sometimes I'll draw a character who's from a cartoon and they have like rubber hose arms, but then like if this character is supposed to be like an adventurer or something, I like to make sure that there is some definition on their body, because obviously if you're out all day climbing things, doing fighting monsters or whatever, you're gonna have some kind of leanness to your muscles, even if you don't particularly like work out to get big or like lose fat or something like that. It's things to take note of. Like people don't realize this, but even if you have fat on, you can still have like muscle definition. Like there are people who look like that. They're kind of chubby, but if you pay attention to how their arms are shaped, you can see like definition in like the shoulders and things like that. I don't want to over exaggerate it too much, because again, Bernie is a character who likes to stay inside and not participate in like the combat and stuff like that and training. So she should be one of the least defined, muscularly defined characters in Fire Emblem. I don't want to exaggerate it too much, but here I go again, like really trying, like really going in on like the muscle details, which probably will be covered depending on what clothes I put her in. Even her normal clothes like covers up her entire arm. So I'm thinking maybe the shoulders are coming in way too down now for this perspective. You shouldn't be able to see it like this. You move that back up. You should probably see more of the bicep. I don't know what kind of dress did people wear in those times in that era. Hold on, I really should have looked up this reference beforehand. This time period is like, I want to say it's somewhere in the Middle Ages. I guess medieval time period, beginning of days is medieval nightwear. Let's look it up. I wonder if there's any like official art of what the queen's dress is supposed to be like in Fodland. Wait, is it queen or was it like, hold on? Because in the ending I got, you're like the archbishop, I think. Not sure. How did that end? What year was your role then? Hmm. These are medieval dresses. Or are they? Most of the things that are coming up right now when I Google it are like white poofy dresses. Nightwear. I guess that's a good thing to base off of. I don't know. I think maybe I'll draw her in a dress. I guess I should at least draw a vague dress shape, and maybe we can alter the patterns from there. Like make it look like her regular outfit. Take some inspiration from the color scheme of that. I really am just rambling now. I don't know. Just saying whatever's. Let's see some blue. No, not blue. Let's use. You really yes, and draw over the body. What's it dress? Now, do I go for short sleeve or long sleeve? Oh, this one's kind of nice. 3/4. No, it's not 3/4. It's up to like halfway down the forearm. I think I'll go with like the poofy sleeves things, because Bernie has like these shoulder pads. I'm not sure what they are exactly. I think they are shoulder pads. Like like specifically armor shoulder pads. But I'll go for the poofy sleeves with the nightgown. I'll make sure to include like the. I'm trying to describe things. that my character would probably be wearing in the ending that I got. I don't want to spoil anything. Uh, Wait, do people wear the rings on the left or right hand? Depending on. Oh my gosh! Wait, what hand do you wear a ring on? I mean, like Green Lanterns wear their rings on their left hands, but that's not not a wedding ring. That's this for combat. Um, I don't know. You should. This. Uh. Oh, my alt tab took me somewhere. Took me really far away. It's kind of cool. It's like they have pinched the fabric down here somewhere. Like they kind of pinched it in a way so that it forces the fabric to curl, kind of poof off like this. I'm not exactly sure if it's accurate, but at least it looks medieval. It's like a nice bow on it on the dress too, like somewhere here. I don't think you can. I don't think you'd be able to see it, but there's like a nice bow on the dress. I don't want to pick and choose from like the same dress either though, so I'm gonna look at other references later on and customize the dress from there. Maybe I'll stream the rest of the process later, or I don't know. Continue streaming after class. Honestly, classes should be starting now, but our teacher isn't there yet. I think. So I still have some time. I'll just end it whenever he starts talking, I guess. I really like the layered look of the dress, like reference I found. They have like layered sleeves. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the feel of this. I'll definitely adjust this though. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. Maybe I should have kept it too. I will keep over her brooch. I think that's what you call these things. It's like she has a really nice brooch. And the one that she wears in her head also. Whatever this thing is, it's connecting bit here. Oh, wait, no. It's part of her, like, collar thing. So I don't think that's supposed to be. I don't think it's something you wear at night. Oh man, but that kind looks kind of cool though, right? Let's see. Maybe it's not nightwear. He's just wearing a dress, like a casual dress. And she has this on. Kind of looks nice, right? I don't know. I'm just really trying to figure out what I want to do with this piece. Wait, let's see what the dress look like. Uh, oh no. Okay. Wait, have I saved recently? Let me save. I keep pressing. I'm so used to pressing Control S that sometimes I might accidentally do it outside of of the program I want to save in. Sometimes I do it in real life, like on instinct. I'll do the hand motion Control S as if I could save something in real life. That way. Oh my gosh, bro! I didn't notice somebody actually was chat. I hate this. I really need a better way to view my chat. Somebody actually was messaging me. Oh my gosh, bro! I'm so sorry. I didn't see your message, dude. My god. But yeah, that's great though. Yeah, I'll take your anniversary recently. Lurking. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by again. My gosh, how do they even? I'll put my phone like right next to the screen. Maybe this will help. I think this dress is supposed to be. Oh my gosh, I almost exited the stream. Okay. This dress is supposed to be. Hmm. Oh, they all go all the way down, like right above the ankles, I think, or like right on the ankles. So, it's a pretty big. This is a pretty long dress. Oh, wait, is that the teacher? Oh no. Oh, that is our teacher. Oh my gosh. My gosh, man. All right. Well, I think I gotta go. I guess I'll just block in how the dress kind of wraps around here. I'm not sure. Man, I gotta go now. This has really been a really messy stream. Gotta get better at like just talk, filtering my thoughts. But anyway, thanks for watching, dude. Thanks for watching, guys. If somebody like checks backs on this video in the future, I guess. Thanks for watching. The ankles, it's I, it's part of the culture, right? You're not supposed to show the ankles. I think when during that time, so it makes sense why it goes all the way up to the ankles. But anyway, yeah. I gotta go now. Class is starting. All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys next time.